Okay, so now that we've created our NPC, if we try to go up to him and talk to him, we don't get any results because he is obviously not created at the moment. So, as in like his dialogue isn't created at the moment. So what we're going to do is go down to the quests underneath actor data. And the reason why we're going to create a quest is because all dialogue is managed from the quests. Now, it's not to say this will appear in your Pip-Boy. As to whether it appears in a Pip-Boy, that is up to you to set that in the quests. So all the dialogue is handled from the quests. Now, it's a very strange way of doing it, I do agree. That's just Bethesda. Let's just, so right click, go to new, and then this question will pop up. Now you see the tab here that says topics. This is where we're going to put all of our topics, and then we're going to link them all to this guy. So when we talk to him, we can say wonderful weather we're having, stuff like that. So starting off with quest data, give it the ID. So let's go to YouTube quest tutorial. It could be anything you want as long as it's unique. Just hit OK. Just make sure that works. Go to YouTube. It didn't. Ah, here we go. Okay, great. Open it. You don't have to give it a name, but I'm just going to give it pirate dialogue. Alright, and let's give it priority of 55. This is the default for priority. Start game enabled. This way, when you talk to him, he'll have the dialogue. If this is unchecked, you'll have to have a script activate this quest before the dialogue will appear. So since we want to talk to him immediately, just always check start game enabled. I'd strongly advise, even with quests, that it's not to say that this quest will start in your Pip-Boy as soon as you have this checked. It's not how it works. This just means it'll be recognized by the game and running. These buttons here, don't worry too much about them. They're not really important. Quest icon, you can set that if you want. If you don't have it, there will be no icon. But this is only really if it appears in the Pip-Boy. So again, sorry for mixing up the little bits here on the quests. Don't worry about it. We're only focusing on the topics. Okay, so move over to the topics tab. This is where we can add the lines we can say to him. Very first one you want to add is greeting. So by typing greeting, there we go. Hit OK, and there it is. So this is what he says the second you talk to him. If this is not defined, I believe he just uses the default voice and will say, "What do you need?" I think it is, and yeah, it's pretty bad. So just right click into. So yeah, now that we've got that added there, this is basically where all the editor ID topics will go. Over here we have the info panel. So if we right click in here and go to new, we'll get this window here, which will basically be the window where we type in what he says. So if we go to and press E for activate, this is what he'll say. So let's just put howdy, I'm the bilingual pirate. Alright, this here is what it says. So this is what will appear on screen. Script notes and edits, you don't need to do anything with these. These were really just used by Bethesda. Usually when they had the voice actors in, they would put script notes, make sure you do this type of voice and all that sort of stuff. You don't really need to put anything in there. Idle animations, don't worry too much about this. I've never really used it, and I'm pretty sure you could just activate it from like result scripts and begin scripts, all that sort of stuff, so don't worry about it. Audio, emotion type, this is very important because if you set this to, say for instance, fear 100, it'll be the maximum fear facial expression when you talk to them. But obviously if you're saying hello to someone, I don't think they'd be scared, I think they'd be probably happy. 100. Okay, so don't worry about this, we'll come back to it very soon. Hit OK, and there it appears. So since this is a greeting, there's no need for a prompt. This is like the text that appear in the box that you can say to players. Say for instance, you know, the goodbye button on the little box that, you know, you have to put there goodbye. But since this is a greeting, we don't actually have to put anything there for now. This here is the response text, same thing. We can add 2 lines here if we want, so I can go right click new, and then what do you need? And then we could probably give him more of a surprise 50, let's just say for now. Take note, by right clicking in here and clicking new, you can add a new line. However, this is not a new line which is straight after what he says like we did up here. Instead, this is if a different condition is met. So I'm not going to go into that, it's relatively advanced, just delete it for now. It'll say deleted dash empty. So let's just focus on this for now. You can set this to a speech challenge, but this is only really used in Fallout 3. We'll come to how we do it in the Fallout New Vegas later. I think it's with the AV perk, that's how they did it with the Fallout New Vegas. But again, don't worry about this, we'll come to it later. We're just doing basic dialogue for him now. Run for rumors is unused. Say once. This means you can only ask him this question once, but since it's greeting, this won't have an effect. Say once a day, so every 24 hours the option will reappear. Always darken. So when you click on a dialogue box, dialogue text, and then it is grey afterwards. This just makes it grey all the time. Got info refusal. This is not used in Fallout. Again, it was all used in the Oblivion games. Oblivion. Goodbye. Checking this as soon as he said it at the end of the last sort of character. That's it. It exits dialogue. Random and random end. These are really only used in the conversation tab. However, you can combine it. Say for instance you've got two lines where it says howdy, I'm the bilingual pirate, and howdy, what do you need? Howdy, I'm the bilingual pirate, and say for instance hello there. If you check random on both of them, then it'll say one or the other, generally speaking. Okay, now this is very important, this one down here, target. Now if you do not set the target, he will not say it. So what we'll have to do is go to new. By default we get his ID. Don't worry about too much about this, it's just conditions that have to be met. So basically, is this player? Click on this invalid thing here, function parameters, and now we are going to specify this character right here. So I think his name was YouTube, wasn't it? YouTube NPC character. So basically, is it this character? Yes, one is yes, in case you didn't know, and runs on this subject, so that's pretty much it. Now this might have gone over your head a little bit, but don't worry, we're going to go over it again and again and again as we create new topics. So that's pretty much it. So now if we go up to him and we press activate, it says howdy, I'm the bilingual pirate, what do you need? Brilliant. Now let's create a topic. Right, so in here you want to go to new again, right click, go to new, and we're going to call this one pirate wonderful weather. Now you don't really need to set this to anything super specific. As long as it's unique, then it's easy to find. And oops, it's just hidden behind there. Where are you gone? There it is. Okay. I think we called it YouTube, didn't we? Or pirate? No, that's it. Wonderful weather. Okay. Now that we have this one, we can right click and go to new, and he will say, it is me, matey, and hit OK. Now we're going to copy this condition from the last one, so right click, copy condition. So in the greeting, just copy this one here, and then just paste it in. It just saves time. You can do it again, you can go to new and then reset everything, but it's just quicker if you do it this way. Now here we will have to set the prompt, so we're going to say wonderful weather we are having. And so when we talk to him, we'll have that line there, wonderful weather we are having, and there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then he'll say that text in response. Now, very important, top level, you want to check this. So as soon as the greeting is over, if anything is top level, it will appear in the very first dialog box. So obviously we want this to appear. Priority, this just orders it. So if one thing's got a priority of 50, like here, and then another thing's got a priority of 2, the 50 will be placed on top of the 2. So that way you can create like a, you can put things in order. So if something's very important, you want it to be at the top of the dialog box, you'll set it to 100. If it's not very important, like goodbye, you always set it to 0. So most things will be on 50. Don't worry too much about that. And let's make another one. So we're going to put goodbye here. Oh, sorry, I just realized it was not capital, so pirates goodbye. Once that loads. Okay. I'm going to create a new, and it says, I'll see ya, matey. Don't know why I named him a bilingual pirate, and he's not really speaking other languages. So, priority 0 and top level. Oh dear, what have I just clicked? Yeah, my GECK's kind of laggy. Oops. Okay, so everything's top level. Brilliant. And that's on 0. Okay, rumors again not used. So just so you know, that's just not used in this. Down here we have the result script begin, result script end. Again, we won't cover that now, but as soon as they say the line, it'll trigger a script. As soon as they finish with the line, it'll trigger a script. Don't worry about them. Topics, choices, and link from. We'll get into that in just a second. Oh, sorry, one important thing that I did miss. I need to copy this here and then paste it into the pirate goodbye, just so it's him that says it. And obviously we want to say goodbye. So that's what the character prompt says. Okay, so let's create add topic. So add topic, I mean. And let's create a new one, pirate whether I agree. And then we're going to create another one called pirate whether I disagree. This is just for demonstrations purposes, you know, it's not like pirate whether I disagree. Now the reason why I'm adding these is to show you the these 3 windows here, which is what they do: add topics, choices, and link from. So let's go to agree, disagree. Now when we ask him this line here, we're going to go to choices. So we're going to add topic, and then we're just going to select those pirate agree again. So when we ask him wonderful weather we're having, and he goes, "Ara is me matey," as soon as he's finished saying that line, it'll take us to only these 2 options. So the goodbye and the original question will be gone. So it's just these 2 exclusively. Usually quite useful if you want to say, I want to talk about this, and then say okay, and then you've got these choices here. Now if it was an add topic, after he's finished saying it, you could go to add topic, and then it will add it to the next list that it goes to. So if we didn't have these here, we could add a topic, and then we go to pirate agree, and then basically that'll add it to the original weather question, the goodbye, and then this will just be added. Link from, don't worry, I don't really think anyone's used it. I think it's just from going from different quests. Again, advanced stuff, I won't worry about it. So in the agree one, what we're going to do here is that you agree. I'm going to paste this condition in here, and I'm going to say I agree. Okay. Now this one doesn't have to be top level, since the weather question has to be asked first for it to be added. So don't worry too much about it. That's pretty much finished. The goodbye, one important thing I did forget to check is the goodbye flag. So make sure you check that, so that when you say goodbye to him, it'll be, he'll say goodbye. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to jump in game now and show you what it looks like in game. So before we can actually preview it, sorry, very important thing, click the save icon here, and then give your modder name. So I'm going to call this one Pirates Kitchen. Okay, so I'll see you in game. Also, a very little important thing, I was disappointed when I didn't see my character. I had actually forgotten to enable the mod that we just made, so very important, make sure that's checked, and I'll see you in game. So as you can see here, I'm approaching our character now, so I'm just going to speak to him. Obviously he's not going to voice dialogue, so you won't really hear anything, but at least you can see the greeting works. Wonderful weather we're having, Ara is me matey. Now add to the I agree, like we defined earlier. Glad you agree. Now you might be wondering, why is the I need to get going and goodbye there? It's because we didn't really give him a unique voice. Since he's using the default voice, he'll have that option there. So unless if we gave him a unique voice, he'll always have that there. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If it was clear, leave a comment or a like. If it wasn't, leave a comment or a dislike, whatever floats your boat. And that's it for this tutorial. So hopefully see you in the next one.